PETRONAS Sepang International Circuit tracks. This is a very, very happy Sunday to all of you. And of course, I'm right now with car number 19 from DB Motorsport for the MT2V category. I'm with Harish, who's the first driver. Harish, you're currently leading. You're in P1. You were in P1 yesterday as well. How do you think your race is going to fare today?
I hope it goes well. We got a decent gap. We had a huge gap yesterday, which played out in our favor. We managed to pull away before the guys behind caught up. So hopefully this time it'll be easier, or I'll just see what I can do.
Now, of course, you have a lot of competition on this track, and you're, of course, one of the youngest drivers out here as well. Do you think there is someone in particular who's probably a more threat to you in terms of the race?
Sorry?
More of a threat to you? Do you have someone that is very challenging to compete on the track?
Honestly, nah, not really.
Not really?
Nah.
Not really? You're really that confident on the race today?
It's not confidence lah. It's just I don't even know who's in the car right now. So
okay, you're
yeah,
I'm just focused on yourself.
Yeah, I'm just looking at their cars. I'm racing their cars, not them lah.
Alright. Now, of course, very, very wise words from someone who's very young on the tracks, but he has been putting it out there that age is just a number, and of course, we will see how this will all pan out for our race today. But right now, back to Nick.
Harish Giva, one of the Toyota Gazoo Racing rookie program graduate. I had the opportunity to speak to Harish when he was in the TGR rookie program, and he's such a talented, bright young man, and it's so refreshing to see someone of his young caliber really stacking up against some of the experienced field in the MT2V category. Of course, he and Divyesh Parajun really did well for themselves. They finished 20 seconds ahead of their closest competitor, who were Lee Chiwa and Lester Lian, and hoping more of the same today. And look at these scenes. These are actually students from the SK Sepang. When I was making my way to the commentary booth earlier, they were on a field trip, or rather class trip, and they had a MPCC official showing them around. And even they came and paid a visit to the commentary booth. It's so nice to see these kids here having the time of their lives on this Sunday morning. And it's, I'm sure, an experience of a lifetime for them. And who knows, they may be inspired by all these drivers and look to become a professional driver. Harbor hopes of becoming a professional driver in the near future. Malaysian racing scene is not short of quality, ladies and gentlemen. We have so much of talent, be it in the grassroots development and even in the elite level. And right now we're going to go down to an interview with the Sakudo racing team.
All right, guys, just now we were in the pits with Sakudo. Now we are on the track together with driver for 919. We got Freddy AR. Freddy, yesterday was a very good performance coming back after, 4 months of laying off. Now we're back for round number 1, race number 2, comfortably at the front here. So are we expecting a copy-paste of what happened yesterday?
First of all, I want to thank my sponsor, Sensor Oil, Sakudo Racing and Langsung Racing for the opportunity. Yeah, definitely. Of course, yesterday, we finished, P2 on the grid, but there was a disqualification. So definitely today we want to get it done properly on track.
Okay. And also we had a lot of feedbacks from the drivers that yesterday was very skittish, it was very slippery because it was very hot. We're expecting the same kind of weather now. It may not be as hot as yesterday, but again, still, it's about tire management as well, right?
Yeah, I think based on yesterday, after the first 3 laps, everyone's pace started to drop about a second. So yeah, the whole plan is probably just to manage the first few laps, get everything in control, and then we will slowly push on then.
All right, cool. So we do hope that we get to see you back on the podium today.
Hopefully, hopefully.
Hopefully. Have a good race, man. All right, go one. Nick, back to you.
Interesting point there from Freddy AR talking about race management and saying that some of the timings dropped off after the 3rd lap. That was evident because I think they all started off hot and heavy and realized that they can't keep it at the same pace because they may run into some tire issues, and it was crucial that they managed the race throughout the course of 50 minutes. Now, this is where all our competitors will be doing their business at. The Sepang track, 5.543 kilometers in length with a total 15 corners. As you can see, the two long straights promises plenty of drama and excitement, and it did yesterday. But there are also some sharp apex turns, especially in the first three corners. And then midway through the race, coming through turn 9, 10, and 11, as our drivers look to head back to the end of the lap. So this is where all the rest of the team members will have to leave the track, and you can see them all making their way back to Park Fei Mei. It will just be the drivers and two team officials left on track. Cool hits from Fadzil and Hendra Diputra. When our host spoke to Hendra before the start of yesterday's race, he said he was just santai, he was just chilling. But it was not the case. When he got on track, he was pedal to the metal, full throttle, and really put daylight between himself and the rest of the competitors. Three-minute board is up, and you can see all our great girls included making their way back. They will, of course, catch the action in the respective team garages and also in the stands. Ken Wu and Russell Tan taking the final podium spot yesterday. They actually started in second place, finished in third. Today, obviously, trying to better that position. Of course, just a reminder, there's only 3 teams competing in the MTC category. As you see our school kids with their phones out, capturing the action. There's plenty of action yet to be captured once the race begins. This was our champions in the MT2G category, Ng Chon Chin and also Freddy Young. Freddy Young, of course, starting out, and he will hand on the reins later to Ng Chon Chin. Adi Rahimi is with a new partner. He was with Hendra Adiputra last season. This season he teams out in Naji Ayat. And of course, with the new partnership, there is some acclimatization to be done. There is some familiarity that needs to be developed. And so I'm sure that is definitely in the works between both those young competitors. Jonathan Z, no stranger to the MTCC circuit, competing under a private team this year. He's with Kwek Kian Wee. Also competed in the TP2000, the turbo class, yesterday, and ran into some tire issues. A blown left tire. Jonathan's always a busy man on any MTCC weekend. If he's not racing in the MTCC, he's also competing in other races. He's just back to back for him, but he has that capability in him to really go at it and maximize his time here at the Sepang track. As our safety car begins its way, and now our competitors will embark on their formation lap. This is the final lap that they will have before we start. you can see, pristine, clear skies, ideal racing conditions here. And here is our starting grid. Fadzil Alang, Hendra Adiputra taking pole position. Sekudo Racing Team, Limi Chiok, Ng Wei Leng in second spot. Ken Wu, Russell Tan in third. Ng Chon Chin, Freddy Yang in fourth. And this is the MT2G, Adi Rahimi and Najee Ayat in fifth. Jonathan Z, Kwek Pian Wee in sixth. Ethan Sito, Ananton in seventh. Ling Guan Yu and Eddie Liu in eighth. Sun Chipo, An Yuan Wei in 9th. P. Salfan Baron Sim is in 10th. Hakimi Kamil in 11th. And the MT2V, of course, is led by Divyesh and also Harish. In 13th place, we have Su Chi Chong. Elvin To, Justin Yap in 14th. Gilbert Ang, Lau Ken Jun in 15th. Chan Ka Peng, Tan Yu Ching in 16th. Lee Chiwa, Lester Lian, X-Works in 17th. Kuras Motorsports are in 18th. 19th is made up of Tam Lee Meng, Kang Chi Kiong and Chun's Motorworks in 20th. Moving on with the MT2V, we have the Empire M Racing Team in 21st place. Wu Wai Hong in 22nd. Shazul and Shahrizal in 23rd. And Arworks Rios in 24th. 25th is made up of the KGIE IA Racing Team. Genevieve and Raja Amirul Excel Sports are in 26th place. Tawid Anwar and Ishayat is in 27th. And last but not least, Mark Darwin. So 28 or rather 27 cars on the grid. And this would obviously be a rolling start. So as they count back to their starting position, the safety car will peel off and we will go green in race 2. What is in store? We're about to find out shortly. There is no overtaking during this formation lap. Everyone has to adhere to the regulations. And they all have to go in a single file. As you can see behind that safety car who makes that turn into turn 15. And that safety car will be peeling off right after that turn, which indeed it does. And we are about to go green. Off we go. We are green. Race 2 of the MT1600 category with Fadzil Alang and Hendra Adiputra leading the way. Immediately car number 208, that would be Ken Wu and Russell Tan. But you can see that Sekudo trying to find a way there. Nice to see a clean start. Simply because we have a much condensed field. There isn't many cars jostling in that first 3 turns. We always want to see cars get through the cleanest and best starts possible. But what I'm seeing here is a reminiscent of yesterday. Hendra Adiputra already looking to put some daylight between him. And of course, already posting the fastest first sector, 33.655 seconds. And I have it on my monitor here that the start procedure is under investigation. That is kind of surprising. I will get you more confirmation on that. But we are live as all these drivers come through to a turn 9. Hendra Adiputra again with the fastest second sector, as well as we see car number 22 there, just going wide. There we have it, the start procedures under investigation, confirms race control. We'll get you more on that proceeding. It seemed like a fairly clean start, but of course race control has a detailed insight of what had actually happened. It's car number 91, that's Jonathan Z. Kwek Kian Wee currently in 4th, looking to make their way up the standings. There was a lot of intense battles, mini battles that transpired in the MT2G, the biggest representation of the 3 classes. As Hendra Adiputra completes the first lap with a lap time of 2:35 and fastest throughout the 4 sectors. Again, setting the marker, paving the way, showing the rest of the field how it's done, and in doing so also developing a 5.4 second advantage over Ken Wu. In the MT2G, we have Hendra's former partner, Adi Rahimi, who's currently in the lead. Jonathan Z following closely behind, 300 of a second behind. Ng Chon Chin, Freddy Young in 3rd. And in the MT2V, surprise, surprise, it's Divyesh and, or rather it's Harish Giva, who is currently in a top spot. David Kang, Dylan Tam from Motul Art in 2nd, and Lee Chiwa, Lester Lian in 3rd. So those are your top 3 in all 3 classes. And just looking at the amount of time we have left, there will be changes throughout the course of the race, as we see some jostling happening here between car number 91 and car 90. That is Jonathan and Sun Chi Po. That is battle for a 2nd place. Really trying to find their rhythm here, trying to get that racing line intact. And we would see some bumps and jostles for positions. That's car 90. Sun Chi Po is currently in 4th place. That's car number 24, who was also locked in some battles yesterday. That was Ethan Sito of Niza Racing. And that's confirmation of that incident in turn 10, involving car number 80 and car number 24. So we'll get you try and get you a replay of what had happened. We only caught that battle between car number 91 and car 90 earlier on. And at the top, Hendra Adiputra has just posted another fastest lap, 2:34. He's currently 11 seconds ahead of Ken Wu, Russell Tan, and also 13 seconds ahead of Lim Min Chiok, Ng Wei Leng. Just looking to increase that gap. It was 5 seconds in the first lap, now 11 seconds in the second lap. Ethan Sito and Ananton, car number 24, They are currently in 6th. Of course, that's a new combination as well. Looking to find that chemistry. Of course, this first round is all about somewhat of an experiment, somewhat of a trial phase where our drivers get used to their new teammates, they get used to a new setting of the car, and everything might be new. And so it's a lot of R&D from this round that would essentially move to round 2. But having said that, they are out there to get the business done and finish in the highest possible position as they come through to turn 9 here. We look at car number 13, that's Chan Ka Ping of the Morgan Team DT, currently in the 10th spot. Being given close attention by Pi Sao Fan. Pi Sao Fan, whom we saw yesterday, really had to fend off some intense competitions, especially in this part of the track, turns 10 to 12. Of course, coming back to the starting line for the completion of the 3rd lap. And I just saw that Hendra Adiputra has just flown by for the completion of yet another lap, while the rest of the competitors make their way around turn 15. That's how far that Papaya Pay team are from the rest. These guys are now only just crossing the line, while Hendra Adiputra is probably in turn 4 already, making his way hungrily, swallowing up those turns. Already developed an 18-second advantage over the course of 3 laps, ladies and gentlemen. The first lap was 5 seconds. Second lap was 11 seconds advantage, and he's just added another 7 seconds to put so much of daylight between him. Distance between 2nd and 3rd place in the MTC, really nothing much separates them, less than a second. So the battle, I think, at this stage would be to try and grab that 2nd spot. Meanwhile, in the MT2G, Adi Rahimi continues to lead the MT2G. Ng Chon Chin, Freddy AR in 2nd. Sun Chi Po of the Bay Racing in 3rd place. And in the MT2V as well, the leader has not changed. Harish Giva continuing to do the business, leading the line. He currently has a 7-second advantage over David Kang from Motul Art. David Kang and Dylan Tam is the mentor-mentee partnership which I highlighted yesterday. David Kang, of course, has competed in this MTCC before, while Dylan is a new competitor. And there has been a penalty, a 30-second penalty for car number 878. That's a 30-second penalty for an incident that transpired earlier. So there's going to be a blow for that Sokudo team, the combination of Lim Yi Chok and Ng Wui Leng. 30-second time added a penalty because of the start procedure. So that was the starting procedure that was investigated by race control earlier on, and that is a blow for car 878, who are currently in 3rd place. It may seem they are not too far, they are less than a second away from Ken Wu, but there will be a 30-second penalty imposed to this car 878, and that means an added cushion for Ken Wu in 2nd place. So can Lim Yi Chok and Ng Wui Leng try and make up that 30-second deficit? It's gonna take some doing, and of course all cars are reminded to respect the track limits. Race control have an eagle's eye view over everything. They see everything. They will ensure that nothing misses them. You see this battle between 5 cars here coming to turn 2 and now 3. Leading that line is Sun Chipo, currently in 2nd place. Of course, has the close attention of Ng Chon Chin and 3 other cars further back. So that's Bay Racing, Sakudo Racing, and car number 900, Bay Racing as well, that purple colored car. Ng Chon Chin all over the back of Sun Chipo. A little bit of drift action there from Sun. Just like yesterday, all the action is unfolding in the MT2G category. And look at that, car number 268 just pushing that car 919 slightly wide. That was Adi Rahimi doing all he can to try and shake off the attention of car 919. They are of course battling for top spot. And this is the incident once again. Look at Adi Rahimi. He would make his way to the front. And he will just try to shadow Ling Guang Yu out of the way as we come through that sweeping turn. And immediately there looked to be a response from Ng Chon Chin. Not quite successful yet, but he will have that in mind as he looks to make an inroads here. Will he be able to do it? And there is a drift from Adi Rahimi. Somehow manages to get that car back in control. Immaculate driving by the Modern Racing Team star. And he will now look to hug that inside line. Or has that car number 919 got the better of him? Yes, indeed he has. Ng Chon Chin has overtaken Adi Rahimi as they come through to turn 15. So it looks like Ng Chon Chin has got his revenge. Adi Rahimi just tried to shake him off. Ng Chon Chin would not have it as they came through to turn 14. That's, I would say, the first big incident. A spun there from Adi Rahimi, who did really well to recover, but ultimately lost that position to Ng Chon Chin, who currently is in 2nd spot. Of course, Sun Chipo still top as we look at what happened. This is Sun Chipo going for it. And Adi Rahimi perhaps shaken a bit. He stepped on that brake, just momentarily lost control. But that lapse of control allowed Ng Chon Chin to seize the opportunity. And overtake his competitor. This is the Sakudo team in 2nd spot currently. Really big given intense competition as they come through to turn 10. Three cars are locked for battle. The Sakudo Racing team, and that's car number 90 just behind him. That's Sun Chipo. And car number 91, that would be Jonathan Z, who is right on the back bumper, almost kissing the back bumper of Sun Chipo. Jonathan looking to make his move as they come through that final bend. This is traditionally where all the action seems to have taken place. Of course, Ng Chon Chin still leading this pack of 4. Hotly in pursuit is Jonathan Z, followed by Sun Chipo. And we're going to go down to the pits with interview with the car 289.
All right, guys, now I'm here together with one of the drivers of car number 289. We got Rio here. Fun fact, Rio is racing together with his father, William. Father and son tag team. So, first question, how is the experience, you partnering up with your father on the track?
Well, basically this is my first race and quite well, nervous, yeah, nervous. And then well, yesterday I got a bad result because has a technical issue and the tire deviated from the rim. So I was in P3 at the last 2 laps and then had this kind of problem. So I finished the race. Well, today I want to try my best and get a better result.
Of course, I mean, when it comes to racing, you know this for a fact that anything can happen while you're racing. You can give the best possible condition, but sometimes, you know, you're at the mercy of the machine as well. But tell me about your experience coming into racing. How did it start? Did your father push you, or is this a passion that you like as well?
Well, motorsport is my favorite sport, and when my father is racing and I follow him and I watch and manage him, and I learn a lot of the racing stuff, and he gave me an opportunity to race this year, and I'm very appreciative to him and mechanics.
Right. Lovely. And of course, I mean, like, now the fact that your dad is in the car right now, he's going to be pitting in very shortly. You're going to be taking over his position. If your dad can hear right now, what would you want to tell him?
Well, I want to say get a better position, and I will go finish.
Makes your job easier.
Yeah, makes my jobs easier. I will finish the race better than yesterday.
We wish you the best of luck, the father and son duo for Rio as well as William. Thank you so much. Good luck for later. Nate, back to you.
There we have it, the interview with young Rio, who naturally might have some nerves in him. But of course, he has his father, Chong Kiat Wai, to do the business early on and try and get the best possible start. And of course, these are not the first father and son combination. We've had Eddie Liu, who also raced with his son and daughter as well. And I have some confirmation on what happened earlier between car number 268 and car number 919. That was between Adi Rahimi and also Ng Chon Chin. That was an incident that it is currently under investigation because there was a shunt from Adi Rahimi early on. And here we have it, our leader, Hendra Adiputra. If you can just see the timing on the left of your screen, he currently possesses a 37-second advantage. We've been so busy looking at the battles that have unfolded in the MT2G category. Meanwhile, Hendra Adiputra of the Papaya Pay team has just gone about his business as usual. Picked up from where he left off yesterday, and he's going to head into the pits with a 37-second advantage to hand it over to his partner. And also confirmation that the pit window is now open. And we're going to go down to an interview with Genevieve.
Now here I am at the pit. I'm with Genevieve here, who is going to be going in as the second driver when the pit starts opening. Genevieve, this is, you mentioned, is your proper MTCC season. So tell me a bit about that.
I'm feeling quite nervous because before this I've only competed in TGR and MSF, so this will be my first proper start to the season of MTCC, and I'm really excited because I really get to, you know, compete with a lot of professionals here, and I get to see where my standards are.
How do you think it's going so far? You did have a bit of an incident yesterday during the first race. How do you think it's going so far for you in comparison with all the races you're attending right now?
Well, so far we're doing well. You know, yesterday we had a setback on the first lap due to an incident that had caused us damage. So it wasn't going too well for us yesterday, but we still managed to finish the race. Today we're looking more hopeful. I said more positive affirmations to myself, and I think we're doing quite well. And when Raja passes the car over to me, my only job is to bring it to the finish line.
All right. Now this is your first MTCC. Well, your proper first MTCC season. What are you aiming for this race?
For this race, compared to what we had yesterday, and we actually came into the race a bit last minute. So honestly, our goal right now, looking where we are in the race, a podium would be amazing.
All right, amazing. I don't want to hold you in any longer, but good luck to you. I hope it fares out for you. Back to Nick.
Genevieve, speaking with full of confidence. I had the pleasure of speaking to Genevieve when she was competing in the TGR rookie program. And I have to say, she's such a bright girl. As she said earlier, so much of affirmation to want to do better despite the minor setback that they had yesterday. As we see some of the cars already pitting, there is, of course, that tyre change and driver change that is happening. Across my screen, there is a multitude of cars that have already come in. I can tell you that P. Saufan and Baron Sims' race may have been run because they have been in pits for quite some time now, actually. But the rest of them have just came in. Our race leader, he's still out there. Naturally, he's going to try and stay out there for as long as possible to try and develop an even bigger lead. As we see the pit crew members busy at work, and the substitution of drivers. Car number 175, this could be perhaps is Adrian of the Empire M Racing team, getting ready to go in and try and better that position. They are currently in 6th spot in the MT2V. No refueling permitted during these 120 seconds pit. Everything else is permitted. The main activity that happens during this pit window is the tire change and the driver change. And even if you finish, you complete your changeover and your tire change and your driver change before 120 seconds, you cannot move until that 120 seconds are up. Only then you get to go out on your out lap. So you can see some of the cars have already completed that 120 seconds pit, and now they are heading back out on track. And this will change the momentum of the race slightly. Perhaps not for our race leader, Fadzil Alang and Hendra Adiputra, who have a commanding 46 seconds. You also have to remember the car 878 had been given a 30-second penalty earlier. And there's also a last warning to several cars for track limit infringement. There we have it, car 878 still out there. Still battling each other. Ken Wu and Lim Ee Cheok. Nothing much separating them, but that car number 208 has a 30-second buffer in addition to this difference here that we see, which is about 1 second because of the track limit infringement earlier as they come through to turn 8 and now 9. All right, we're going to go back down to the pits for an interview with car number 24.
All right, guys, now I'm with driver for car number 24. We got Ethan down here who literally just jumped off his car just now, just passing the baton to his partner. I spoke to you just earlier about the track conditions. Better conditions today compared to yesterday?
I think much better conditions today, especially since we're the first session before the Lamborghinis. But I think the track's really hot. So the tire pressure is something that we have to manage.
Yeah, because as much as you want to control the machine as well as you possibly can, it's about also controlling the conditions of the tires. You can't really go gung-ho, you can't be too aggressive on the track, but try to still catch up, and chase the pack in front of you.
Yeah, for sure. I think trying to push while not trying to raise your tire temperatures is quite hard to manage, but I managed to keep it in P5 and pass it on to my teammate.
And for a 16-year-old, you are speaking very, very well, a racer. So you don't even have a proper driving license yet, right?
No, I don't. Surprisingly not, yeah. Hopefully next year.
Hopefully next year. But again, being a part of MTCC at a very young age, is this something that you really want to do? Is it something that you just bought into, or have you been racing since you were, what, 5 years old?
No, I only raced since I was 12, but I really love racing. It's my passion, and it's what I do every weekend. So I really love coming to Sepang all the time. And yeah, I enjoy this a lot.
So we can expect more from you from years to come?
Oh, 100%.
Lovely. Again, spoken like a pro veteran down here, Ethan. Nate, back to you guys. We need to get younger now.
I don't think we can be like Benjamin Button and go get younger, Mio. But Ethan certainly is a young man, a talented, bright young man, only 16 years old. And if you're wondering how does he have his racing license before having his driving license, that is actually allowed, ladies and gentlemen. You are allowed to have your racing license before you get your driving license. As we see Fadzil Alang now getting out back on track. I saw that driver change earlier. It was indeed Hendra Adiputra who had given Fadzil a 44-second advantage. And for Fadzil, again, the modus operandi is the same as yesterday. To maintain this lead, even better if he could increase the lead, which he did yesterday. And I think we will be seeing the same today as well. And confirmation that pit window is still open. It will be closed shortly. All cars have once again been urged to respect the track limit. There will be penalties imposed if they do not respect the track limit. And here we have Genevieve, who is currently getting ready to go out there and do the business. Genevieve will be in second spot. So Raja Amirul has actually done a great job to give her the car in second spot. And just looking at how far she is from X-Works team currently in top spot, it's just about a second difference. So what can Genevieve do? She told Irene earlier that she spoke words of affirmation to herself that she wants to go out there and really give it her all in her first full debut season here in the MTCC. I also have confirmation that Ken Wu, currently second in the MTC, he has just pitted, and he will perhaps be handing the car over to Russell Tan. Lim Yi Chiok, car number 878, is on his outlet. He had pitted earlier. And off goes Genevieve, looking to make amends from yesterday. Car's in good shape, no such issues with the front bumper that affected the Suzuki Swift. As we can see, the tire change happening now. And this is the final batch of cars that will be heading out. Pit window is officially closed, so car 208 is the only car left. We will be back shortly. We are going to go for a short commercial break. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for some car issues that happened during commercial, because he had a 47-second advantage, and I'm surprised to see him in second place. Even that car is not moving as well as it should. This Honda, you can see confirmation here. This is definitely a setback for Fadzil Alang. That car has almost come to a standstill and has ran into some technical problems perhaps. I will try and get you confirmation of what exactly happened. It could even be something that has perhaps an engine blow perhaps. It's so surprising to see because it's just moved off the gravel, and that's race done for Fadzil Alang. What a blow for this Papaya Pay team, who were doing so well. It was only moments ago that Hendra Adiputra had handed the car to Fadzil, and Fadzil in fact had increased that advantage. And as soon as we got back from commercial, immediately it looked as if their car had run into some big problems. And this is what happened as it came through that bend. Suddenly a sudden drop off. It could be a powertrain issue, it could be an engine issue, and you can see just skidded a little there. Fadzil trying to just get control of the car. And immediately there was a drop off in power. And that is the race run. So a big blow for the Papaya team, who will not be able to complete a double header winning weekend. And that leaves the combination of Ken Wu and Russell Tan. And this is his team. Look at the dejected faces. They are still trying to find out exactly what had happened, because it was all smooth sailing early on. And we also have a full course yellow because of an oil spill at turn 6. And that would mean, and that is the dejected face. He's just trying to mask that disappointment. Hendra Adiputra, I can't really blame him. Trying to keep that spirits up. But of course, it is a massive disappointment, especially when you have developed such a healthy advantage. The car seemed to be functioning seamlessly. It looked so good until this incident. You can see that skid there, and there's some smoke coming out. Could be an engine issue, it could be a powertrain issue, because there was a sudden drop off in speed as Fadzil tried his best to get that Papaya Pay car under control. And we have the confirmation of the safety car who is out, and that would mean all cars have to adhere to regulations, no overtaking. They cannot go above 80 kilometers an hour. Dejected look on Hendra Adiputra's face. But this is what happens in touring car racing, and nothing is a given. You know, you could be really throttling your way to top spot, and suddenly the car does not seem to agree. Something gives way. Could even be a small issue. But ultimately, you know, it poses a major setback. And what it does is it throws this MTC. What do we have here? This is car. Let me get you confirmation on the car number. But this is another Suzuki Swift that has just veered off the gravel. Another setback. It's all happening here right after we came back from a commercial. And perhaps it was that car that had caused the oil spill on turn 6 earlier. All cars are urged to slow down from turn 5 to turn 6. As we see car number 208 just obediently following the safety car, waiting to get back to a regular racing. I'm not sure if that's going to be happening anytime soon, because we have had various incidents that have transpired, with the main one affecting that car number 8, Papaya Pay Racing, and we also saw Suzuki Swift stranded by the side of the track. And so this changed the dynamics of the race. In less than a minute, the entire landscape of the race has changed. Safety car is of course out, and there is no overtaking, as that oil spill looks to be rectified as soon as possible. We have just about over 12 minutes to go. It is a blow to the Papaya Racing team. Fazil Alang had his fair shares of disappointment in the Mercedes A45. I remember last year in the turbo class, already having to deal with the first setback in the first round itself. But of course, all of this is part and parcel of touring car racing. They will look to get that Papaya Pay Honda car back and running for the second round. All drivers are urged to just tread with caution at turn 6. That is where the oil spill had happened. So just to give you a confirmation of who's in the top of their class, Ken Wu, Russell Tan, currently with a 19-second advantage over the Sokudo Racing team. But remember, there is an additional 30 seconds penalty that was given to the Sokudo team. So essentially, Ken Wu, Russell Tan has a 49-second advantage. And all they have to do is hold on to their lead to get top spot. In the MT2G, car number 900, Ling Guang Yu, Eddie Liu of the Bay Racing team in top spot. Ethan Sito, the young man whom Mio spoke to earlier, the Niza Racing team, he's currently in second place. Sun Shipo, Aun Yun Wei of Bay Racing in third place. Divyesh and Harish still in top spot in the MT2V. Genevieve is currently in second, and the father and son combination of Rio Chong and Chong Kiat Wai in third spot. As the race marshals looked to cover that oil with some chalk that would hopefully provide a much needed traction. That chalk would be able to absorb some of the oil and allow our competitors to not face any issues in turn 6. Safety car will of course continue to lead the line until racing conditions are certified okay for us to continue back with regular racing. This is of course the first time that we've had a full course yellow. Yesterday, as I mentioned, we had an uninterrupted race. But it's no surprise to see a safety car come out because of an incident such as this. And there is also I've just got confirmation that we have one more lap before we would go green and resume regular racing once again. So one more lap while the race marshals ensure that turn 6 is free of any oil and we can continue racing. And that would mean our competitors only have about less than 7 minutes in order to get the best lap times possible. This was the car that was embroiled earlier in a tussle for podium spot, car number 900. Ling Wang Yu and Eddie Liu currently topping the MT2G. So a final opportunity for our racers to re-strategize this last few minutes. This is of course the final lap for the safety car, and he will peel off. It will peel off at the end of this lap, and that would shave off another 2 minutes or so, and I presume we would only have about 4 minutes of regular racing to go, and it would give our competitors an opportunity to really push and try and get those podium finishes. So as it stands, only our initial MTC leader will not finish the race. Fadzil Alang and Hendra Diputra of the Papaya Pay team. 26 cars are still out there on track. We are in the final stretch of this MT1600 category. Our MT2V leader, this should be Divyesh Parajun, now behind the wheel. It was initially Harish Giva. They are, of course, on course to get yet another top spot finish, finishing top yesterday as well, already bagging 15 points as it stands. They will complete the perfect weekend with 30 points. Amazing. Nothing more that these two could ask for. There's confirmation of the safety car, who will return to pits at the end of this lap, and that would give Russell Tan the opportunity to just try and get more daylight from Ng Wui Lang, and it looks like an engine problem. It looks like an engine blow. Fadzil himself inspects the damage, and a safety car will peel off right now, and we will resume regular racing in this final 4 minutes. Will our leaders be able to keep their lead intact? Will they be able to bring it home in this final 4 minutes or so? We are back green as Russell Tan leads the way. Ng Wui Lang knows he has a 30-second deficit to make up. So if he intends to get top spot, he has to find a way past Russell. Perhaps not in turn 2, maybe in turn 3. Will he be able to do it? Ooh, he came close there. But on the accelerator, And all he needs to do is keep his nose in front. He just needs to ensure he is not overtaken in this final 3 minutes or so. That's essentially just over a lap. And in the MT2G, I am sensing we will have a battle on our hands as we look at Ananton, the Thai driver, all over the back of perhaps Eddie Liu in a car number 900. If that's Eddie Liu behind the wheel, he will have all the experience in the world to try and fend off this intense challenge from that Niza racing team. And this is it. This is a battle for first. There are 3 cars in the mix. That's Eddie Liu, Ananton, and either Sun Chipo or Ang Yuan Wei, the Bay Racing team. This is perhaps the biggest battle. Will Niza Racing be able to find some joy over car number 900? Looking to perhaps have a peep on the inside line. He just finds that bumper. Is that a kiss on the back bumper of car number 900? Perhaps not. He's coming almost tire to tire. As Bay Racing team, oh, perhaps Ananton may have found a way on the outside. And car number 900 trying to push his way on the inside. Meanwhile, there is a battle unfolding here in the MTC category. As Ng Wui Leng just steps on it. Somehow Russell Tan manages to keep his nose in front as they come down that straight heading into turn 1. So battles happening in both categories in the MTC and MT2G. In the MT2V, it's still Divesh in the lead as Russell Tan desperately tries to hang on to the lead as they come through to turn 2 and 3. So Kudo doing all it can within its powers to try and find a way to try and make up that 30-second penalty. Of course, they already know about the penalty that has been imposed, and they just have about 30 seconds. It has to be now as they come through to turn 6. A few cars going wide there into turn 8. Oh, Niza Racing has done it. He has overtaken car number 900 and left Bay Racing in his wake. What a move there by Ananton as he comes through that sweeping turn. Oh, he just bid his time and capitalized when he saw that opportunity. A brilliant move from Ananton from the Niza Racing team. Really well done as they come through to turn 9 here. Again, it's Russell Tan still very much in the lead. World Car 878, Sakudo have a peep. Not just yet. As he passes turn 11, it is still Russell Tan in the lead. All he has to do is hang on to this advantage. It's a marginal advantage, just over 200th of a second. But Russell will be in a full knowledge that he has that 30-second buffer. And this is confirmation of the final lap. We are about to be done in just a few moments as Russell Tan looks to bring it home as he comes through this straight into turn 15. He is looking to take that wide turn, and he will have enough daylight to have that opportunity and maintain that top spot and just keep that nose in front to bring home the victory, finishing just in front of the Sakudo team It is the combination of Ken Wu and Russell Tan that reigns supreme in race 2 of round 1. And also a confirmation of Ananton and Ethan Sito of Niza Racing, courtesy of that brilliant overtake in that final lap. They finish ahead of car number 900 of the Bay Racing team, Eddie Liu and Ling Guang Yu. And also confirmation that Divyesh Prajun and Harkish Giva have completed a dream weekend by consolidating a top spot yet again. But this privateer team, they will be thanking the heavens. They will be also grateful perhaps for the misfortune that befell our initial race leader Fazil Alang and Hendra Adiputra. Words of commiseration perhaps to their competitor later on, but they will be secretly reveling in the fact that they have been crowned champions of race 2 in that bright yellow Suzuki Swift. And this is one of the standout teams, this Niza Racing team. Ethan Sito, only 16 years old, teaming up with our Thai driver Ananton, who was simply magical in that overtake earlier over the Bay Racing team. That was definitely one of the highlight reels, that overtake to confirm top spot. And for Harkish and Divyesh, it was pretty much a commanding race from start to finish. So unlike yesterday's race, we had a much more action-packed, even incident-filled race. But thankfully, it was all well and good. All ends well, especially for Divyesh and Harkish, our biggest winners here this weekend. They have completed back-to-back victories, and you can't ask for more than that for the Sokudo team. They will be happy to take second spot. They, of course, they were dealt with a 30-second penalty early on, but happy to finish in second. And get themselves on the podium once again. So I can see all the team members here already ready to welcome their respective teams who are now coming back to Park Ferme. You can see the grid girls all out as well. It's going to be busy once again here at the Park Ferme as Ken Wu and Russell Tan prepare to celebrate. This combination from Singapore, joyous here in Sepang. 2 thumbs up, and why not? It perhaps had been an unexpected win, but a win is a win nonetheless. And it will be interesting to hear what he has to say.
Our first place winner for our MTC. Our first place winner for our race 1 round 2 MTCC. We have our MTC winner. Congratulations to car number 208. We have Ken Wu and Russell Tan with us as well. Where's Russell? Russell, you don't see in the crowd. Okay, Russell is somewhere. Congratulations to you. Now, of course, you have to tell us, what does this win mean to you?
To be honest, it means a lot because we only started driving the car for the first time last week. Personally, I don't really have a lot of experience with this car, and this is the first time we are joining MTCC. So thanks to my team, most importantly thanks to my first driver Russell for doing a very good job from finding P3 to P2. And with the safety car out, I thought we lost the lead, but thankfully I'm able to maintain and defend the position. So yeah, just very happy that we got P1 out of luck.
No, not really purely out of luck. I think purely out of skill as well, considering how it was very challenging out of the tracks. There were a lot of different challenges, but we're so glad to see you up on the podium. What will it be for you to win the next race? Do you think you'll be able to keep up the momentum further?
We don't know how many cars are going to line up for the next race. Definitely a lot of practice is needed for the next 1.5 months or so. So we just hope for the best. Yeah.
Congratulations once again to our MTC Race 2 winner.
And there we have it, confirmation of a dream debut from Ken Wu and Russell Tan. That was in fact Ken Wu behind the wheel. Russell had earlier on did well to give him the car in such a promising position, and Ken eventually benefiting from that full course yellow and also that setback. He did admit there was some luck involved, but of course you make your own luck sometimes. And that's exactly what that privateer team did. And we are, of course, gearing up for the podium ceremony that will get underway real soon.
Here we are, car number 24 with our MT2G winners for round 1 race 2. Congratulations once again, Ethan and Tar. Tell us about your race. How did this collaboration work out for you?
I mean, it was a pretty good collaboration. I mean, he's a new driver, and which is not, I mean, it's a good race for him. And also my first race coming back to SP2G? Yeah.
Right. Is this your first time working together?
Yeah.
All right. This is, of course, our first round as well. Ethan, how do you think it's going for you so far working with her?
I think it was my first race in MDC this year, or ever in fact, and I think I've been paired up with a good teammate. You know, I appreciate that I got a fast driver, but I think I also managed to pull it in, do something great in the first stint. So yeah, he just finished it for us.
Now, Ethan, you started off the race. Initially, you were the first driver. You finished the race, and there were a lot of hurdles as well coming in towards the end of the race. I think you're aware of the safety car out, the oil spill on turn 6. What were the biggest challenges that you faced out on the tracks today?
I mean, of course it is the oil spill, but then there were many good drivers out in the grid too, yeah. And there's hats off to 900 for blocking. I mean, there's some good driving right there. And yeah, that's about it.
Amazing. I can't wait to see you guys up on the podium. Congratulations once again. And that was our MTCC round 1, race 2. We will be up on the podium soon. Back to Nick.
And Anton there giving an insight of that partnership. And here we have it, the confirmation of the MTC results. Ken Wu and Russell Tan are taking top spot. The Sokudo Ultra Racing Team, Lim Ichiok and Ng Wei Leng in second spot. And such unfortunate setback for Fadzil Alang and Hendra Adeputra, who had to settle for third place. In the MT2G, Ethan Sito and Ananton reigned supreme. They top this category over the Bay Racing team of Ling Guang Yu and Eddie Liu, Adi Rahimi and Naji Ayat, completing your top 3. And these are the rest of your classifications. Peace of Fun and Baron Sim, of course, are running into some car issues as well early on. And they were unfortunate to finish in 17th spot. And in the MT2V, Divyesh Parajun, Harish Giva picking up from where they left off yesterday, completing another victory, this time over Lee Chi-Wah and Lester Lian, Mark Chiu and Kenny Chan completing the top 3. The father and son team in 4th place. Genevieve couldn't get that podium finish, but she does finish in a commendable 5th alongside Raja Mirul, Motul Art and Empire M in 6th and 7th. And this was how it went down on a gorgeous early Sunday morning. it was Papaya Pay team that were looking to continue their dominance. And Hendra Adiputra, of course, really doing so well to develop such a stranglehold. This was one of the intense battles that was developing in the MT2G category. We can see Adi Rahimi just trying to push his closest competitor off track earlier. Of course, then Eddie Liu would try and storm back to try and find that advantage over car number 268. And this was a kiss of swords between car number 90 and car number 91, both happening in the MT2G. And this was the moment that really befell Fadzil Alang, who had to pull up because of an engine problem. He had developed such a big lead, and you can see the dejection on his teammate Hendra Adiputra. It looked like an engine blow, and soon after that, we also had an oil spill that resulted in a full course yellow, and there was no such issues for this privateer team, who overcame that full course yellow to take the first victory of their debut season here, that Singapore team. And of course that Niza Racing team as well, the combination of Ethan Sito and Ananton. Oh, full thumbs up from that privateer team to consolidate top spot. And that pretty much concludes 2 races from the MT1600 category. It had been an incident-filled, action-packed, even a dominant race from certain teams as well. It all went down over the last 2 days. And this is a circuit tour that is happening, ladies and gentlemen. This is an additional feature brought to you by the organizers this season, where some of the school kids, I believe, they get to experience all 15 turns of this world-class Sepang track. And what an experience it's going to be for them to just go around this track and really take in the sights and the turns that all our competitors had just battled out moments ago. Of course, the safety car, it's will marshal them throughout the course of this 15 turns. 6 buses, all ferrying our Sepang school kids. I'm sure they would have had a sleepless night last night, brimming with excitement to get on track. Perhaps, you know, a couple of years down the road, they would be behind the wheel on this world-class circuit. This is where dreams begin. This is where hopes and aspirations begin. And no better place to do it than the Sepang circuit. So dream debut for Russell Tan and Ken Wu, the Singaporean combination. And currently we are just on standby for the podium presentation. So I've got confirmation that we have 250 kids who are out there currently having a tour of this Sepang track. You may want to have a wager out of these 250 kids, how big of an impact that this tour would have upon their lives, and how many kids, you know, perhaps in the next few years we would actually see as a young talent And here we have it. The buses are ferrying all 250 kids. And I can also hear that the podium ceremony could be beginning shortly. Such a lovely sight to see these kids from a local nearby school having the opportunity to come and experience the Sepang circuit firsthand. Of course, in the comfort of the bus, but they will undoubtedly know that this is where all the action, the world-class action happens. And not just from the MTCC, but of course from our MotoGP riders as well, who would be back in Malaysia at the end of October. So you see Harish and Divyesh just waiting to go back to the top of the podium once again. Some memorabilia courtesy of our official Thai partner Hankook. And here we take a look back at some of the incidents that transpired earlier on. We can see this battle, intense battle happening between the modern racing team and also the Bay Racing team. They would both end up on the podium, but my oh my, what a battle it was. In the end, they were both undone by the driving prowess of Ethan Sito and Ananton. And this is another incident that happened with the Bay Racing team and also the modern racing team. You can see there was just a touch from the Bay Racing team, and there was a spun from Adi Rahimi, who lost control. And eventually, Bay Racing would be able to overtake. And this is a heartbreaking scene that we have here. Just cruising at one stage, Fadzil Alang, before tragedy struck. And there was an engine issue. And you can see him just desperately trying his best to regain control and keep that car on track. And ultimately, confirmation of that dejection on Hendra Adiputra's face, a shake of the head. But what you're going to do, sometimes these things do happen. All part and puzzle of touring car racing. And we are up and underway in the prize giving ceremony. Confirmation of Lim Ich Chok, Ng Wei Leng in the MTC category. They are in second place. And here are your champions from the privateer team, Ken Wu and Russell Tan, the ultimate beneficiaries. There is no Papaya Pay team, Fadzil Alang and Hendra Adiputra. Perhaps we can't blame them. They are probably having a post-mortem of what had happened to the car. These are your top two winners. Well done to them. I'm sure we'll be seeing them once again in round two. And that's the MTC category done. Next up, we would be having the MT2G prize presentation. There we have it. In third place, car number 268, the combination of Adi Rahimi and Naji Ayad, getting their first podium of the season. Being congratulated by the Bay Racing team of Eddie Liu and also Ling Guang Yu, who take second spot. And our champions, courtesy of that magical overtake by Ananton, gives this Niza Racing team the champion status in the MT2G category. We have the honor of having the Ketua Polis Balai of IPD KLIA to give out the memorabilia to our winners. Raise your trophies high and be proud of it. Savor it till the next round where you have to do it all over again. Confirmation of our top 3 winners: Aniza Racing, Bay Racing, Modern Racing Team. And last but not least, we are going to see the coronation of the MT2V category.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to the MT2V category. In third place, car number 7, Kuras Motorsport, Mark Chiu and Kenny Chan.
Mark Chiu and Kenny Chan of Team Kuras Motorsport taking third place in the MT2V.
Number 789, Axworks, Andy Lee and Lester Lian.
And in second place, we have Andy Lee Chiwa and Lester Lian of Axworks in second spot.
Car number 19, DB Motorsport, Divyash Parajun and Harish Jiva.
Champions once again, Divyesh and Harish Giva of Team DV Motorsport.
And now we'd like to invite Mr. Ahmad Faisal Zakaria, General Manager Corporate at PETRONAS Sepang International Circuit, to hand the trophies to our third place, second place, and the MT2.
We have the General Manager of the PETRONAS Sepang International Circuit to hand out the prizes to our winners. Congratulations to all of them.
Can we get a photo together with our presenter and our winners? Please look forward to the camera. All right, thank you. And now just the winners on the podium. Everybody please stand at the center, please. And lift those trophies high. All right, congratulations to all the winners for the MT2V category. Ladies and gentlemen, momentarily we still have 2 more exciting new awards to be given out. The Amateur Cup as well as the Women's Cup. We will be back very shortly.
All right, so as a new addition to this season's race, we also have 2 new awards that will be given. Now, what are those awards? You will just have to stay tuned to find out.